What's going on, bottom line viewers? It's Mitch here live for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Houston Texans Week 3 preseason football game. I heard that Tom Brady and the Bucs starters, as well as Tyrod Taylor and the Houston Texans starters, were playing about a half in this game. So I was like, I'm going to be watching this regardless. Might as well go live for the people out there that are interested in watching this and having some fun and talking some football as we gear up for week 1 of the NFL regular season. Hope you guys are having an awesome Saturday today, August 28th right now. We are like a week and a bit away from the kickoff of the 2021 NFL season. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty wild. We are excited. I am excited for this season and for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? You guys know I watch all Tom Brady all the time, so I'm really excited to see if the Bucs can repeat and be the first team since Tom Brady did it in 03-04 to repeat. They definitely have a good opportunity to do so. Speaking of Tom Brady, we had the NFL Top 100 earlier today, and the top 10 was introduced. We had Patrick Mahomes at number 1 for the first time in his career, surprisingly. You would have thought he would have got that in 2018, but that wasn't the case. I thought it should have been Aaron Donald, and that's kind of a spoiler for my list. But my list will be coming out within the next 3 to 4, maybe 5 days, sometime before the season starts, and you'll be able to compare that list to my list. But I don't think Mahomes should have been number 1 this year. I think Mahomes should have been number 1 maybe last year or the year before. But I didn't feel like he should have been number 1. You know, maybe you disagree with me. Tom Brady, speaking of him, he was number 7 on the list. I'm a little surprised he didn't make it inside the top 5, just based on the players. But it's kind of difficult to know when they actually voted, because typically they vote after the regular season, and that's how the list is determined. So that might have something to do with it, but you usually think that Tom Brady, when he wins the Super Bowl, the players, they respect him a lot. You would think he would be in the top 5, but it is difficult because Mahomes and Rodgers were in the top 5. So I understand it. The top 10 was pretty solid, I thought, overall. There's a couple of guys I disagreed with. Maybe you guys disagree with some of it. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the list. And before we get started, make sure that you guys do spike that like button. Don't forget, if you're just tuning in for the first time, to subscribe to the Bottom Line View for more NFL content and NFL live streams just like this. All right. So we are getting ready here for the first quarter. I know that the game starts at 8 p.m. Eastern, so we still have a couple minutes to go. Let me know what you guys are interested in seeing in this game. Are you interested in seeing Tom Brady out there? Are you interested in seeing the Buccaneers defense, their starters, Antonio Brown, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans? Are you a Texans fan? Are you intrigued by Tyrod Taylor, Brandon Cooks, maybe their backfield and how that's going to sort out? Maybe fantasy. Maybe you're betting on this game. Let me know your intrigue to this game, and if you have any action on it, certainly let me know. Exclusive Fishy says, yo, what's good? Who you guys want to win? What's going on, bro? Life and Sports Talk says, hey, you're on time. Thanks, Mitch. Hey, don't make fun of me, okay? I'm usually not on time, but I like to be fashionably late. ECK Sports says, I think Aaron Donald is number 1 as well. Deshaun says Packers lost 19-0 today to Buffalo. Yeah, I speaking of that, I did tune in for part of that game. The Bills, Josh Allen looked really freaking good, man. I mean, if you guys are sleeping on Josh Allen, stop sleeping on Josh Allen. If you think he was a fluke last year, stop thinking he was a fluke. He looked really good. I know that it wasn't against like all the starters, but just the movement, the pocket presence, the arm, the accuracy on the run, just playmaking period. Josh Allen is going to be one of those guys that could win the MVP this year. Could be the very best quarterback in the NFL this season, and I would not be surprised. That's how good he was last year and how impressive he looks, and obviously how talented he is. So, man, the Bills offense still looked good. Cole Beasley looked pretty good. I know a lot of people are not too happy with him right now, but he looked good. Stephon Diggs didn't play. So this game should be coming up real quick here. I got the live stream on. I'm using DAZN. If you guys are in Canada, you probably know that service because it's not on NFL Network. So let's see if it's working here. All right, they got the music playing in the background. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted from this music. If you guys can hear it, let me know so I can turn it down. Shanav said, why are you streaming this game out of all of them? Because the starters are playing. So Tom Brady and the Bucs offense and their starters, they're playing. So that's why I chose it. And I haven't done a Bucs game yet. And I know a lot of people that follow me are Bucs fans. So that's why I chose it. Exclusive says, I'm excited for this game. I think it will be a good one. I also know that the Texans are playing their starters too. So overall, whenever a team's playing starters, I think that's an intriguing preseason matchup in a preseason game. So that's why I chose it more than anything. I wasn't sure about the others. Usually the Chargers don't play starters. Usually the Seahawks don't play starters. So I was kind of like not sure about that. And I did want to take a look at the Bucs because I knew I was going to be watching this game regardless. So I was like, yo, might as well just do this. It seems pretty loud, so I might have to turn this down. Alex says, are you from Canada, Mitch? I am. Guys, give me 1 second. 1 second, all right? I just got to turn this down, and my remote's too far away. So give me a sec. All right. We're going to keep that there. What's going on, guys? Rodriguez says, I'm hoping the Texans win today. Are you a Texans fan, bro? James says, don't have the Bucs versus Texans on TV, so I'm watching Alfred State versus North Carolina Central. Interesting. Who's winning that game? All right, as we get started, guys, make sure you do Gronk spike that like button. Let's go. All right. Black Ops says, yo, Bucs about to win 50-0. I think part of the motivation for why they're playing their starters is because they're angry that they lost both games pretty embarrassingly. So that's why I think they're playing their starters for like a half. Microwaved Eggs says, anyone got a live stream link of the game? If you guys have a live stream link of the game, you can put it in the chat, all right? But just letting you guys know that I will be here for the live play-by-play, the analysis of the game. And if you do want to stick around for that, definitely stick around. James says, Alcorn State is winning so far. Sorry if my last post auto-corrected the spelling. No problem. Bodo says, just popped in to say hi. I started driving. Can't wait for the regular season. Go Steelers 8-9. Fire Tomlin and retire Ben. Yes! I actually agree with Bodo's take this year. I think the Steelers, this is going to be their year of misery. I think they'll be competitive, but I do not think they'll be good. I think they're going to miss the playoffs, and I think it's going to end the era of Ben. Not Tomlin, but Ben. So you will get one of your wishes, Bodo, this year. Sports Today, what's going on, brother? He says, let's go. Tampa Kingdom says, I think the Patriots will have a top 3 run game alongside the Ravens and the Niners. I agree, Tampa. I will say the Ravens could have taken a significant hit today if J.K. Dobbins is out for a long period of time. Gus Edwards is very good. Still, I think he's underrated, but J.K. Dobbins is that extra gear. And if they're missing that, I feel like that's going to hurt them. I do agree with the Niners. I think those are 3 nice choices that you made there. If I had to say outside of that, I mean, that's tough. I think the Saints will be pretty solid in the run game. They've got a good O-line. Alvin Kamara's good. Dalvin Cook and the Vikings, they're a very good run team. There's a few more, I guess, that I'm probably missing. But yeah, who else? The Packers are always solid. They're never like elite, but they're always like pretty good. Papa Murphy's for dinner. Time to get constipated, says Life and Sports Talk. Nice way to start it up, bro. Kevin Durkant says, not with that down bad Ravens team as their competition. Where did this... Can you young guys explain this to me? Where did down bad come from? Like, I see it all the time. I get what you guys are saying. But, like, where did this come from? Where did this originate? Winris says, what are your thoughts on the NFL top 10 players? I actually talked about it a little bit as we started here. I was a little surprised that Tom Brady was only 7th, seeing as how it was the players who voted, and typically they vote him in the top 5. So I was a little surprised by that, but I disagree with Mahomes at number 1, although he's still awesome. I probably would put Aaron Donald there. Aaron Rodgers at 3, I think, was pretty good. And then you got number 4. Who was number 4? Henry? I don't even remember. Adams, maybe? Adams at 4, okay. You know, like, I think there was a couple guys outside the top 10 that I would have included. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Ramsey. I will be doing my own top 100. So just to let you guys know, I will be doing that. And you guys might have gotten some spoilers already here in this conversation, but I will be doing my own top 100, and will probably be out definitely before the season starts, probably within the next like 5 days. Texans, they're showing Malik Collins here, one of their pickups from the offseason from the Dallas Cowboys. He's playing defensive tackle for them this year. Not exactly sure. This is the Texans broadcast I'm watching, Buccaneers fans, so just so you guys know, they'll probably have a slant towards the Texans in this game, and they'll probably, be showing more of the Texans stuff. So if I miss any details for the Bucs, I apologize, but that's just the way it's going to be because that's the broadcast I'm watching. Black Ops says, who is going to fall off last? Pats, Steelers, or Packers? All 3 have been good since the early 90s. Well, I don't know. Do you think the Patriots already fell off because they didn't make the playoffs last year? So maybe you would think that would be falling off. So the Buccaneers will start with the rock, and they got it at the 15-yard line. I believe that was Jalen Darden, the rookie receiver, on the return. He got it out to the 15. Probably should have just... It was good kick coverage by the Texans. He probably tried to make one too many moves there, trying to make something special happen. But Tom Brady is up. So let's get that scoreboard going, and let's get this going. All right, 0-0. Tom Brady under center here. Rob Gronkowski at fullback, now motioning to tight end. Ronald Jones is starting, just so for your fantasy players. There is a flag on the play. Could be false start. Yep. 5-yard penalty on the offense. So it'll be 1st and 15. Rough start for the Buccaneers. I saw that. Hill burnt right past Breeland. That was, you kind of saw it coming, but man, it just shows how good Tyreek Hill is for real. You guys can see the game in the sign if you want. I mean, that's kind of cheating, but you guys can. When is fantasy starting? I don't know, bro. Probably the next week. Handoff on 1st and 15. That goes backwards for 3 yards. And that is tackled behind the line by number 51, who I'm trying to figure out who that is. I think that's Grugier Hill. Just flew right through the hole. Nobody picked him up, and he got a clean hit on Ronald Jones. That is Grugier Hill. Second and 18. Ronald Jones split out wide to the left. So Ronald Jones has played the first 3 snaps, if anyone's curious. Brady in the empty. Brady going far out to the right, and he's incomplete to Antonio Brown. Throws it straight out of bounds. 4-11 in the first quarter. Brady is not happy right now. Okay, I just got an Ian Rappaport tweet. Rappaport tweets, with J.K. Dobbins set to miss some time, likely weeks, his agent offers a vote of confidence. So there's an update for you guys. J.K. Dobbins is going to miss a few weeks, if not more than that. 3rd and 18 here on the first drive for the Bucs. They're in empty again. Gio Bernard out wide, back into the backfield, the left of Tom Brady. We've got 3 receivers and a tight end. It's a screen, and that falls incomplete. Bernard could not catch it. So the Bucs are going to lose 8 yards on their first possession and will punt 1 minute into this game. Not a great series from the Bucs. A lot of miscues, a lot of sloppiness. So they're going to have to get that out. This is why you play in the preseason. You got to get this sloppiness out. You need real live game action so that it's not happening in the first week. At least that's my opinion on things. So the Bucs will be punting from deep in their own territory. It didn't help that they got that false start, which put them like at their own 8-yard line. So punt here from, oh my goodness, that was a nice punt, to the 30-yard line. Good return by the Texans. And they get it to the 44-yard line. Their own 44-yard line is where they will start. That was Erickson, I believe the former Bengal on the return. The little short white receiver. Who am I going for in the game? The Bucs. I did bet some money on the Bucs to win the game. So I am cheering for the Bucs for sure. But I don't know. I'm just doing the game, doing the commentary. Here we go. Tyrod Taylor with the rock handoff on first down, and he picks up 3 or 4. I believe that was David John. No, that's Phillip Lindsay. Interesting, Phillip Lindsay in the shotgun with the first carry. Typically, we don't see a lot of Phillip Lindsay in the shotgun over the years in Denver. Typically, he's an under center back. He got tripped up there by Antoine Winfield Jr., who burst into the backfield and took him down. Yeah, Durkant, that's definitely true, man. In any sport, for real. 2nd and 6, screen to Brandon Cooks, and that's a gain of 3. So getting Brandon Cooks and Phillip Lindsay the ball early. Phillip Lindsay is probably going to be their lead back, to be honest with you, it looks like. I don't really know how to sort that out, and I don't know how fantasy relevant that backfield's going to be. But it does appear that Phillip Lindsay is going to be the guy. Durkant says, so is it best to stack running back now? I say it's actually the opposite. I think you want to avoid running back as much as you can. These guys are dropping like fries because they're a fragile position. I think take the best players. If that's wide receiver, that's just even more reason to side with wide receivers. Because these running backs just get hurt. They just get hurt. It just happens. Like, that's been my strategy all along, but, you know, like, that's just the way I see it. Fourth and 3, this is nothing new than what we've seen over the years in fantasy and in the NFL. Those running backs typically get hurt more than those receivers. 4th and 3 now, as Tyrod Taylor threw it incomplete. They tried to run some sort of boot action to the right, and nobody was open. I don't really know what they were trying to go for there. So the Bucs defense looks pretty strong there on the first drive. Both offenses have struggled to move the ball thus far. Jalen Darden, the rookie receiver, number 1, by the way, wearing Cam Newton's number 1, fair caught at about the 10-yard line. So the Bucs and Brady will come back out for their second series here. This is typically what we see early in the year, is the best defenses in the league typically look the best at the beginning of the year because offenses typically take more time to get going. At least it depends on the scheme, I guess. But, like, that's typically what we see. Probably lower scoring early in the year as opposed to later in the year when the offenses are really rolling. Bodo says, learn from me. I took McCaffrey early and it killed me. Now, I will say, if you have a top 3 pick, though, Bodo, like, if you have a chance for McCaffrey, if you have a chance for Cook or Kamara, and I'd personally be going with CMC, Kamara, and Cook in that order in PPR leagues, you got to take those three guys just because there's such an advantage over everybody else. But after that, I mean, it's an open debate for like who you're going to take. Really. Sean says Cleveland will win the AFC North again, Mitch. They didn't win the AFC North last year, did they? Did they? Did they? I don't remember them winning the AFC North. Am I watching the Jake Paul fight? I am watching the Jake Paul fight. We'll see how that goes. I just really hope that there is no dives this time. I'm just watching it out of entertainment purposes, bro. I don't care about the fighting. I just care about the entertainment. Durkant says, I think Aaron Jones might finish top 5. No Williams. He's usually a touchdown machine. And as far as I know, he's the number 2 target in the receiving game. I wouldn't call him the number 2 target in the receiving game just because I think Valdez-Scantling's been having a very strong camp. I think Robert Tonyan is somebody that Rodgers trusts, especially in the red zone. He's brought back Randall Cobb, and they drafted Amari Rodgers. I feel like there's more competition for receiving. I will agree with you. The Jamal Williams thing certainly helps him, but I would say that doesn't change much other than the fact that A.J. Dillon will be taking Jamal Williams' role. Maybe Aaron Jones gets 5-6 more catches on the year, but I don't think it will be a lot more production than he's had, just because he's not the type of running back that can take all the work. Brady throws it out wide to AB. Antonio Brown gets 8 yards on the catch. Just threw a quick little to the flat right to AB, and then he took it for 8 yards. All right, here we go. 2nd and 2. Mike Evans, the lone receiver to the left. Brady takes the snap from the shotgun, throws to Evans, who is open, complete for a first down and a little bit more, about 10 yards. First and 10 now for the Bucs. Brady looking, throwing. There's Mike Evans again for a first down on a deep out. That's about 12 yards. Zach says, I'm paying more attention to this season in college season more than ever. Why is that? Oh, yes, James, you're going to the game? That's awesome, man. Brady throws over the middle to Chris Godwin into Texans territory now on a 25-yard strike to the 35-yard line of the Texans. Brady comfortable in the backfield. By the way, Leonard Fournette was the back on that play out of the shotgun, so it wasn't Bernard. That's interesting, I think. 1st and 10. Sorry for my dogs. Gronk is the lone tight end, and he has been the lone tight end for this entire drive. Throw over the middle. Fournette is the guy on the reception there for 3 or 4 yards. Fournette, number 7. I think that was his college number, right? Kevin Durkant says, fantasy tip, draft AB. He's in a convenient spot. Honestly, bro, draft any of the Bucs weapons. All 3 of the top receivers are nearly never going to come off the field. There's AB there for the first down on a slant from Brady. And Brady likes it, shakes his head in approval. Guys, let's get to 20 likes. We're at 19 right now. Let's get to 20 here. Gronk spiked that like button. Gronk's seeing a lot of action here with the first team O, so we're not seeing any O.J. Howard or Cam Brate at all. I don't know if they're actually playing, but I think that's interesting to note. 1st and 10, throw to Godwin. That's a touchdown, Bucs. Chris Godwin on down the seam, just mosses his man and walks into the end zone. That's the thing about Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin takes contact so well. Right here, a safety comes down, hits him, doesn't even matter. He just rolls into the end zone. Chris Godwin takes contact like a running back. So there we have it. Buccaneers, after a sloppy first drive, second drive, they go ding, 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 dang, and then they score a touchdown. Tic-tac-toe, just like that. I don't think there was an incompletion on that series. Very crisp from Brady. Oh, but this extra point is blocked. So that will keep the game at 6-0. Number 96 on the Texans blocked that. Trying to figure out who that is. Who is that? Turn around, bro. I can't see your name. Why is the Buccaneers kicker number 19? That's just a disgrace, bro. Why are you number 19 as a kicker? Anyways. Kevin Urquhart says, so from what I know, 2 targets to Evans, Godwin, and AB sounds like an even distribution. That sounds like Tom Brady to me. I'm pumped up a little bit because I did bet money on this game. So just in case you're curious, that's why I'm a little bit pumped up. But I'm just pumped up because it's the broadcast. Because I'm trying to be pumped up for you guys. Because if I just sat here and I was like, the Buccaneers scored a touchdown. Chris Godwin. Oh my God. Would that be entertaining, or would you guys rather be entertained? I don't know. Let me know. I do agree, though. AB is a pretty big steal. Life and Sports Talk says, would you, especially if it's even distribution like that, then AB going like 4 rounds later is a pretty big steal. Life and Sports Talk with Jake says, would you start Jacoby Myers first week or Ayuk? Heard he's dealing with hamstring problems. I would wait it out a little bit. I'd likely start Ayuk, but I'd just wait it out until we get more information on that, bro. Yes, Brady's playing. Whole offense is playing. I do think Gronk could be a little bit of a sleeper, to be honest. If he's playing, if Gronk's playing as much as he played on that series, there's no reason he shouldn't be drafted higher, because like he's going to be, you know, apparently he's been having another good camp. So like I would assume Gronk's still going to be somewhat relevant in this distribution here too. Don't expect like a top 10 season, but a guy that you could probably rely on as a back end tight end, especially matchup plays. Gronk could be useful. James says, no, Mitch, that's not entertaining. I'd rather be entertained than be bored. Bodo says, I wouldn't draft AB. You never know when he'll end up in jail. Is this Val Kilmer's long-lost son? Hey, I'll take that. That's a compliment. I will take that. I need to watch that documentary. I heard it's pretty good. I don't know if you've seen it. I heard it's pretty good. Mitch, after these last 2 days, I will never underappreciate a quarterback's ability to progress through a play again. So will you appreciate Tom Brady a little bit more? Is that what you're trying to say? Or maybe Mac Jones? Erickson, the former Bengal, takes it out to the 21-yard line on the return. Again, guys, I will never understand why returners ever take the ball out of the end zone when you can simply get it at the 25-yard line. And if I was instructing so, I would just say, take a knee every single time you're in the end zone, please. Unless your name's Devin Hester or Cordell Patterson, I don't want you coming out of the end zone. Vincent Taylor's the one who blocked it. All right, interesting. I know who that is. The Texans have a lot of guys who I know who they are. Like, that's the thing about them. Like, they've got like 50, like they've got like 70 guys trying out for this team that are NFL players, but they don't have like 10 studs on their team. They have the least amount of studs, but they have a lot of NFL quality players. It's an interesting strategy for the rebuild, I think. 2nd and 6. Mark Ingram wearing number 2. Tyrod Taylor throws it over the middle to number 12. That's complete for a gain of 7. That is Williams, I believe. Receiver. No, Collins. Sorry, the rookie Collins. I saw LLI, and then I just assumed William. But Nico Collins. He is drafted out of Michigan 3rd round. They have high expectations for him to potentially be their number 2 receiver. It's rather going to be him or Anthony Miller, most likely. They've got Erickson in the field here in the slot. 3rd and 2. Up the gut, that's David Johnson for the first down, gain of 4. Zach says he's a Texan. He also says the Texans have the rest of what the other teams don't want, competition. I mean, it's true. They got competition for those roster spots. That's what I agree with the strategy. Of course, I'm biased, but Nick Caserio, I think he's going with the right strategy to rebuild this team. Everyone, Gronk spiked the like button, says Life and Sports Talk with Jake. How has Nico been doing in camp? Mark Ingram, gain of 2 or 3. I feel like that, 5, 6, 7 years ago, Mark Ingram would have taken that for 8 to 10 yards. Right there, he got stopped. It was a misdirection run, which they faked to the right and then come back to the left. And then one of the D tackles on the Bucs kind of peeled off the run and then tackled Mark Ingram. I feel like if Mark Ingram was a little bit younger, he would have burst right through that hole. 2nd and 7. Tyrod handoff to the right. Nice blocking. David Johnson with a big run into Bucs territory. That is at the 40, maybe a little bit past that. I got to check again. David Johnson, nice running, man. Nice play call, too. I like the design on that. 43-yard line of the Bucs. Devin White couldn't get a hand on him. Taken down by Whitehead. 6-0 Buccaneers, guys. First quarter, 7:13 left in the first. Erickson motions from left to right. Tyrod looks for Erickson, throws to Erickson, complete to Erickson. That's a gain of 8. So just quickly to the flat, motions from left to right to the flat, throws it to the flat. Erickson picks up yards after catch. I've always liked Erickson too. For those of you that are Texans fans that don't really know who this is, I've always been a fan of him. I've always thought he could have developed into something. It just so happens that the Bengals, their receiving core was always loaded with receivers, so he never really got a chance to play, but I've always kind of liked him. 2nd and 2, Tyrod Taylor handoff to Mark Ingram, and Ingram gets the first down, powering through the tackler for a gain of 3. Can you guys see the BL in the BLV sign? Can you guys see the game? Boxing Talk says, when Texans start kicking ass this season, I don't want any pretender. Tanner says, hey man, do you do all Texans games? I don't do all Texans games, but I'm just doing this one because we've got both Buccaneers starters and Texans starters playing. I don't do all the Texans game. I'm not exclusively a Texans person, but I do the entire NFL, cover the entire NFL, including the Texans. So all right, 2nd and 7. Tyrod Taylor in the pistol now. 3 receivers to the right. Handoff. That's Phillip Lindsay, who runs into a brick wall of the Buccaneers defensive line. William Golston says, no, sir, that's not going to happen today. Tampa Kingdom says, how many games do the Patriots win if they had Ryan Fitzpatrick? Probably 1 or 2, 1 less maybe than they would now. Maybe the same. I don't know. I feel like Fitz is not an improvement from what the Patriots have. He's probably worse than what they have. Tyrod handoff again on 3rd and 6. And they might have it with David Johnson. It looked like he was going nowhere. And he squirted into a little bit of space. And I think they're giving him the first down. So first down Texans here. Yeah, it looked like he wasn't going anywhere, but he found a hole. When there was no hole to be had, David Johnson found it. Kevin Erkant says 5. I don't know what he said. Okay. 5.8 receptions per game, 6 top 10 finishes, 27 years old, 5.9 receptions per game, 5 top 10 finishes, 25 years old. I'm going to guess that Amari Cooper is one of them, and I don't know. 25 and 27. Is Devontae Adams one of them? I don't know, bro. Has he been around that long? 10 years? 6 top. I don't really know. Ooh, David Johnson looks good, man. That play went nowhere, but he made a spin move on a guy in the hole. That looked pretty good. He looks like the best running back to me right now, in my opinion, David Johnson. That went nowhere, though, so 2nd down and 10, but still, impressive run from him. He was trying to make something happen. It wasn't going anywhere. Tanner says J.J. Watt's still my all-time fave. I would assume Texans fans' favorite player is rather like maybe not Watson anymore, but like Watt, Andre Johnson, one of those guys. Tyrod Taylor escapes a sack. Tryon's trying to run him down, and he's pushed out of bounds at the Tampa 16. He gains something out of nothing there. Looked like he was going to be Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Tryon just missed him there on the stunt. Buccaneers stunt came through. It doesn't look like Shaq Barrett or JPP are playing, so the rookie's getting a lot of time with the first team here, and he had a clean look at a sack, but he just missed. So now that this is interesting, they're giving us the full red zone in red on the broadcast. 3rd and 4 for the Texans after that scramble of 6 by Tyrod Taylor. Looks like everybody's at the line for the Bucs. Timeout by Tyrod Taylor. So it's going to be a commercial here. Did Mitch Tom Brady play in this game? He's playing right now, and I think he's still playing. Threw a touchdown to Chris Godwin. How's Justin Fields playing over there? Some punk says, did you win the battle against the schmuck Durman? Mike. Sorry, Mike. I'll say this. It turned out to be different than the way I thought it would go. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say about that. It went different than I thought it would go. Yeah. Keith says Fields out here throwing darts. Fields is the real deal. Deshaun says Fields might be the future for Chicago. Saying pretty good. Steelers Nation says, did you try Madden 22 yet? Yes, I've played five-ish games right now. I haven't played as much as I've wanted to. I've just been too busy. But I've played probably like 5 games. It's okay. I'm not super impressed with it. Like, honestly, the defense is pretty bad. And, like, overall, it's just like, I don't know. The movement's decent. Like, I enjoy playing offense. I will say that. We'll see how it grows on me. 3rd and 4. That is complete for a first down with the blitz sent by the Buccaneers, not able to get there. Akins with the catch on Levante David on a quick out route. Looked like he might have got a good protection. Good protection by the offensive line. Tyrod had enough time to deliver that ball. I think he should have put more zip on that. I think it would have been a more comfortable grab from Akins, who got separation. But the ball floated a little bit in the air and gave it an extra second. It could have been batted out at the last second, but was not. So first down, Texans here at the 12-yard line. Tyrod hands off again to Mark Ingram, who's finding space there for 4 yards. So a good mix. There's Shaq Barrett. So Shaq Barrett is in right now. So a good mix of starters and a few sub guys in there for both teams. This is starters on starters right now for Texans Bucs, and the Texans are holding up decently well. So that's good to see. I think their run game is looking pretty good, and Tyrod doesn't look bad at all. So decent. 2nd and 5. Tyrod Taylor under center. Play action. Shaq Barrett ran free, and that was nearly intercepted by Carlton Davis. That was a dangerous throw by Tyrod Taylor. There was both Devin White and Carlton Davis right in the area. But Tyrod got a little bit lucky. Let's just say that. They were going for the play-action boot, and Shaq just read it and ran straight to Tyrod Taylor. And Tyrod probably should have threw that a little bit lower to the dirt. He was trying to throw it away, but Christopher says, yo, Mitch, damn, you have 116 people in here. Keep killing it. Thanks, Christopher. Appreciate it, bro. Stick around, man. 3rd and 5. 1 minute 10 left in the first quarter. Handoff to Ingram, who goes nowhere on 3rd and 5. That's like the 3rd time the Texans have ran the ball on 3rd and 5+, which is very interesting there. So we had a bunch of backups in there. There's O'Connor and Ledbetter who were near the stop there. JPP disrupted the play. That was going nowhere. Like, Jamel Dean was in there on the tackle. There's like 4 Buccaneers with the tackle on that play. 4th and 5. I would have passed that. I don't really understand. Do I like Minshew to the Eagles? I like it for the Eagles. I don't like it for the Jags. I don't understand why the Jags traded him for so little. I like Minshew. 4th and 5 here. They're going to go for it. Tyrod Taylor looking to scramble. He might get sacked, but he doesn't. He throws to the end zone. Incomplete. Wow. He kept that play alive. I will say this about Tyrod Taylor. I have my questions about if the guy could still move and if the guy could still really escape pressure at his age. But he still looks really good, just like running around and scrambling. Like, he still has that with him. So, for a guy that's replacing Deshaun Watson, he's not Deshaun Watson, don't get me wrong, but he has that type of mobility that Watson has that allows Watson to buy all this time. And Tyrod does offer that still to this offense. So, I think that's promising. I think Tyrod Taylor looks pretty okay versus a good defense. So, and a good pass rush. So overall, I've been pretty impressed with, David Johnson and Tyrod Taylor. And honestly, the offensive line hasn't looked bad either. But the Bucs do get the stop, so they're going to get the ball back at like their own 10-yard line. And I assume Brady will be back out for this season, this series. Let me throw this ball over there. Who do I have winning the World Series, bro? I have no idea. I don't watch enough baseball to really give a good opinion on that. I might I'll tune in for a game or two, but I don't necessarily, really know much. Some punk says, Mitch gets way more views. Not even close. You get more views than Russo, Mitch. New owner of the Russo Network confirmed. Nah, man. Vince has given me a great opportunity. I appreciate him and all he's done in terms of helping me out, and I just hope to return the favor and help him out. Hopefully I can bring a cool NFL show to Realm Network, which is going to be a lot of fun. I'm doing it with my friend Mike, so I'm really excited about that, and hopefully the people watching right now will tune into that and support me on there, because we're going to have a real cool show, I think, and a real different type of show. It's going to be a mix of Undisputed, First Take, BLV, and just classic Vince Russo brand, not letting any opinion, just giving our opinion straight up. So I'm excited about that. That's going to be pretty fun. Tanner says, who is your favorite team? My first team is the Pats all the time. All-time fave is Drew Bledsoe. That's awesome. Cool all-time fave. I assume, Tanner, that you're probably around 30 years old. I could be wrong. But I'm a Patriots fan first, obviously, always. But I do support the Bucs because Tom Brady, obviously, and also Gronk. You throw him in there too, and it makes me a Buccaneers fan too. But it's Patriots all day, every day. Obviously, Tom Brady's my favorite player of all time. That is interesting, though, that's Drew Bledsoe. So I assume you're a little bit older than me. Brady, play action, throws from the end zone. Chris Godwin on the completion. That's going to be a 25, 30-yard gain. A solid hit by Justin Reed right on the back of Chris Godwin. That's a big gain for Godwin. Godwin's going to feast there. Godwin's going to feast in the slot. You can't double him. He is so hard to stop. Nickel corners can't defend him because he's too big. He's too physical, too big for guys like Desmond King, who's a good nickel corner. Don't get me wrong, but Chris Godwin's on a different level. He's probably the best slot receiver, or one of the best. I mean, he's really good. So with Mike Evans out there, you've got to double Mike Evans. You've got to maybe bring another good corner on AB. You got to pay attention to Gronk. Like, there's just too many options. You can't double all these guys. And Chris Godwin takes advantage of his matchup there for a big gain. So Brady, since the first drive, they really stalled out, didn't look good. Now they're really, I think Brady's completed like 8 straight, something to that degree. So Bucs look as expected. Very good. Some punk says we can still see the game on the BLV sign. That's good. Good. I don't mind that. Hopefully you guys can see it. Michael says my favorite team's the Saints. I know that, bro. You've been here for how long? I actually remember you. Don't worry about that. You're in a lot of my live streams. For those of you that are in my live streams, like every live stream, I know who you are. I know who you are. If you're only here occasionally or you just watch my videos, like, I would like to meet some of the people. This is who I'd like to meet. The people that watch my videos that I like always watch my videos that never comment, never never tell me that they support me. Like, those people that watch my videos every single video but never tell me or come into a live chat. Bro, if you're watching this right now, tune into the live stream, comment, please. Let me know. Because those are the people I want to hear from, to be honest with you, because I never hear from those people. What else we got here? Some punk says, live watching the neighbor's TV through their screen door. It's like watching the neighbor's TV through their screen door. Yeah, kind of. What? Let's go back. I'm going to scroll back, see what I missed. We're on commercial right now, guys. Mac says, unfortunately, in San Antonio, I can't watch the game. Hopefully, I'll be able to watch first real game. I assume so. I assume it will be on TV for the first real game. Tanner says, who is your favorite team? Okay, I already answered that. Tampa says, how many games do the Giants or Washington win with Deshaun Watson? I think Washington wins like 14 with Deshaun Watson. The Giants, probably like 10, 11. Ronald Jones almost has his jersey torn off his body, but is able to get 10 yards on first down. That's why I love Ronald Jones, man. He, again, another guy on the Bucs with such great contact balance. He runs through contact very well. He is a great in-between-the-tackles runner. I think he's by far a better running back than Leonard Fournette. I like Leonard Fournette, don't get me wrong, and he was awesome in the playoffs. But if you're asking me who the better running back is, it's Ronald Jones, man. Ronald Jones is a good player. So here we go at the 49-yard line, their own 49. We got O.J. Howard sighting here for the Buccaneers. Throw to AB on a screen. AB takes it for a first down on the little screen pass. We saw a lot of that last year from Antonio Brown, and he looks good. I mean, I think he already has 3 catches in this game. Looking pretty good. Looking like Antonio Brown to me. Justice says hi. What's up, Justice? What's up, Asia? How you doing? Carl says, yeah, I'm one of them. Good job. Thanks, Carl. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Steve O says Tampa Bay's receiving corps might be the best ever. They have 3 receivers that could be number ones. Okay, yeah, 3 tight ends that are legit weapons. Only thing is missing is James White. They do have Gio Bernard, who's pretty close to James White. Not James White, but pretty close. Throw again to Antonio Brown with another 15-yard reception. This guy looks good. Antonio Brown looks pretty good, guys. I know there's been a lot of camp hype, but Antonio Brown looks like Antonio Brown. If Antonio Brown is Antonio Brown, you might as well hand the Super Bowl trophy to the Buccaneers like right now. I'm not even joking about that either. He has a lot of catches. A lot. 1st and 10. Second quarter, 13-10. Ronald Jones up the gut. That's a gain of 7. Texans defense isn't looking good for you Texans fans right now. And I wouldn't take too much stock into that because you're playing probably the best offense in the league. But still, like, it's not promising. I'll let you know if I see anything good from the Texans defense. What do I think about Hunter Henry? I prefer Jonnu Smith, I think, but Hunter Henry could be a sleeper because they're going to be in a lot of 2 tight end sets, and Henry's a good route runner. Brady, I don't know what that was. I think it was like an RPO or something. Looked like he was supposed to hand it off to Rojo, but he didn't, and he threw the slant instead, and it was just off to Mike Evans. So incomplete. That's his first incompletion in a while. 3rd and 3 here. Third and 3 for Brady and the Bucs. 2 receivers to the right. Brady's got time. Throws complete for the first down. That is his tight end. Trying to see which tight end it was. I think it was O.J. Howard because his jersey is all scruffled up. Michael says $2. Pray for everybody in Louisiana where family is. Thank you, Michael, for the $2. Everybody pray for Louisiana, please. And finishing that Hunter Henry. I think Hunter Henry will be. It's tough to know, man. Like, I know Jacoby's going to be good. I think Jonnu's going to be good. Obviously, Damian Harris. Ronald Jones running into the end zone for a touchdown. That was easy. Tristan Wirfs just absolutely. I want to see that. I want to see that highlight there because Tristan Wirfs just paved a freaking alley. Let's see this. Nice block by Gronk, too. Gronk and OJ on the block there. Rojo with the touchdown. Good for Rojo's fantasy stock. Man, it just looks like the Buccaneers are one of those offenses where everybody is going to be good. Like, no matter what. Like, they might have one bad game or something, but it just feels like everybody is going to be relevant. Like Rojo, Bernard, Gronk, AB, all 3 receivers. Tanner says, how old are you? I'm 24. So I've been a Patriots fan since I was like 5. 6, somewhere in there. Justice says, yeah, it's been a long time. I'm always here to support. Not always a live stream, but always here to support. Appreciate it, Justice. Appreciate all you guys. Appreciate Asia. She's always here. Durcan, of course. Steve O. I know Steve O. He says AB and Brady are going to have a huge season. This is Brady's chance for undefeated. He had that chance already. Just missed out because David Tyree had stick him on his hands and stick him on his helmet, but we won't talk about that. Tampa Kingdom says, which Super Bowl do you think would be more entertaining, Bucs versus Bills or Bucs versus Browns? I'll get to all your guys' comments in a sec. Bucs versus Bills or Bucs versus Browns? I think the Bucs versus Bills would be more entertaining because I think the Bills are a tougher matchup for the Bucs because I think they could potentially pass on the Bucs better. Like, I think to beat the Bucs, you need to be able to pass the ball really well and need to be able to shred them. Like, you need to be able to shred their secondary. Now, I would say the Browns have one of the few offensive lines that can actually block the Bucs, but I don't think their run game would be very successful, which would then make, everything relying on Baker Mayfield. And I just don't think Baker Mayfield is like Josh Allen or Mahomes in that way, where he can just really shred you just by himself with because I think really all you have to worry about is really Odell in that case. It's not like you got to worry about Beasley and Diggs, so I would say the Bills are probably tougher. I think the Browns got a better defense, but McDermott knows how to play Brady. So I feel like that would kind of make it, somewhat even in that regard on defense. So I'd say the Bills would be tougher than the Browns just because of a matchup. Do you think that the Patriots can come up with a defensive scheme to stop the Bucs? He was able to do that versus McVay in the Super Bowl. I do. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. I think Brady will know where to attack Belichick's defenses because he's seen it so much as well. So it's kind of like even sort of thing. But I definitely think the Patriots will have a very good defense, so that certainly helps. And they have a very good secondary, so they should be able to match up with the Bucs like better than anyone else in the league, probably. But still, like, you're not going to fully stop the Buccaneers, I think, this year. I think it's kind of going to be like, really last year with the Bucs, it was like they stopped themselves. This year, I don't think they're going to have much of that issue. It's more so going to be like, you're going to have to slow them down, not necessarily stop them. So here we go. Texans on their third drive here. I got to switch the quarter, by the way. I still haven't switched the quarter because I'm an idiot. All right, here we go. So it's 13-0. I also got to switch the score. Too busy talking to you guys. You guys are taking my attention away. All right, 1st and 10, handoff. Phillip Lindsay to the 30-yard line, 31-yard. He keeps trying to get more yards. 31-yard line. Phillip Lindsay, number 30. I've always been a Phillip Lindsay fan. I've always liked Phillip Lindsay. I don't think he's the same player that he was in Denver last couple years. His first 2 years especially. But he still looks to be pretty quick, pretty fast. 2nd and 4. Handoff again to Phillip Lindsay, and that's taken down. Nice tackle there. Looks like a lot of the backups are in for the defense of the Buccaneers, but the Texans offensively still going with a lot of their starters. Calvin says, what do you think about Cincinnati this year? I'm worried a little bit. I'm worried about the defense still. I think it's got potential, but I don't love the depth, and I don't love the linebackers. I think the secondary is solid. Jesse Bates is a stud. And the D-line is okay, but like the defense doesn't inspire me. I don't think the coaching. I think the main problem with the Bengals for me is the coaching. Like I just don't love Zach Taylor. I don't love the DC. The O-line too is not great. Joe Burrow coming off an ACL. Like, I think if the Bengals can upgrade this offseason, I think next year should be the Bengals' year to make an impact, like potentially go to the playoffs. Like, I think they need more pieces on the offensive line and on defense, and if they can find those, I think they'll be a solid team. So on 1st down, Collins gets a screen, gain of 3 or 4. I don't mind the offense from the Texans so far. Their scheme looks decent. Damn, I'm in this slow draft on Sleeper right now, and this is not an ad. And Antonio Brown just got picked, and I was going to pick Antonio Brown. 2nd and 7, tackle by Joe Tryon. 3rd and 6 coming up for the Texans. 9:15 left in the second quarter. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. If you are, make sure you do Gronk spike that like button. Any news on Dak? I haven't heard anything. Tanner says, thanks for doing the game. Means a lot. Appreciate it. Oh, we got a super chat. Thank you. Ronald Jones will do good in fantasy. Appreciate that. You wish. What's going on, bro? Thank you for the super chat. 8:50 left in the second quarter. Tyrod on 3rd and 6 is scrambling. He fumbles the rock. The Buccaneers, do they have it? They do. So the backups of the Bucs come up with a big strip on Tyrod Taylor, and the Buccaneers will take over in Texans territory. Qui-Gon Jinn, bro. What's going on? Yes, I notice you. Dirk Kant says Rojo's a steal at running back. Asia says, wait, so Watson is getting traded. Apparently teams actually want this guy, which I would never trade for this guy right now. There are way too many red flags. More red flags than freaking communist Russia, bro. Steve-O says, man, I feel bad for the Texans fans. Michael says, what will the Saints have to give up for Gilmore? Probably a 1st-round pick, and I don't think that's going to happen. Justice says, I'm 26 and been a Patriots fan since I was 6. Brady's my favorite also. Very similar than Justice. What channel is the game on? I don't think it's on TV unless you're in regional. I'm watching this on a streaming service, so that just speaks to where it is on TV. Asia says, so what's going on with Tua? What's going to happen with Tua? Aster can't. I think he's going to remain the Dolphins quarterback. Okay, I got a pick here. Let's see who I'm going to pick. I think I'm going to go running back. I've already got 4 receivers. What's the ADP say? That's tough. Let's go for it. All right. I took Trey Sermon. Steve-O says Joe Tryon looks the steal of the draft. It's not like Tampa needing another impact player. Yeah, I know. He looks good. Looks like a good pass rusher, athletic, got some speed, man. Andrew says, how are you seeing the game? Again, same thing. Bro, stop yelling. Christian, I like to yell. Sorry, I like to yell. I'm a yeller. Jonathan says, Joe Tryon's been very impressive. Another one. Corey Davis or Elijah Moore? I prefer Corey Davis in fantasy this year. I think Corey Davis is going to be their number 1. I do like Elijah Moore, though. Don't get me wrong. I think both are draftable. And that's why, I'll say this, Zach Wilson, potential sleeper. Potential sleeper in fantasy. Because they're going to be behind in a lot of games. Just saying that much. So Brady's still in the game, it looks like. Oh, no, he's not. That's Gabbert. On the first play for Blaine Gabbert, he gets sacked by Omenihu. So, there you go. Omenihu's a good player. I like Omenihu. Apparently, he's having a good preseason, according to these Texans guys. He just ran free, though. That wasn't really him. This backup O-line, I will say, is kind of bad for the Bucs. You know, basically every backup O-line in the NFL is bad, except apparently the Patriots. So, 2nd and 20, Gabbert throws, and that is intercepted on the second throw by Gabbert. And that's Terrence Brooks, the former Patriot. Blaine Gabbert looks beside himself on that one. I don't know where he was throwing that pass. Blaine! Don't blow it, Gabbert! Don't blow it! What are you doing? It got tipped by one of the Texans linebackers there. And Brooks came up with it, like scooping it off the ground. But, man, Gabbert looks like poop. I will say that much. So 13-0 Buccaneers. The Texans will get it right back after losing it on a fumble. It looked like the Bucs were set up for great field position. But nope. Durkant says, Mitch, Tyreek Hill and Deontay Johnson had extremely similar fantasy statistics. That's not true. Deontay's injuries and efficiency held him back. I'm telling you, this guy can win you a league. Bro, do you want to see my team right now? I just drafted him. But no, he's not Tyreek Hill. Let me see. See? I'll show you my team. So this is a super flex league on Sleeper. You have to pick, so it's 2 quarterbacks, and then you only have to start 1 running back, and you can start up to like 5 receivers or running backs. So my team thus far is, I got Brady, Mike Davis as my running back, Devontae Adams, DK Metcalf. So my first 2 picks were Adams, Metcalf. Then I went Brady. Then I got Godwin, Deontay, and then Mike Davis and Trey Sermon back to back. So that's my team thus far. I'll probably go receiver next round. Deontay, for his ADP and combo of safeness plus absurd upside, he's going to win leagues. I don't know if he has absurd upside. Like, I think I disagree with that part, but I do think he is very safe. I will agree with that part. You Wish says Melvin Gordon or Ronald Jones. I'd go with Rojo there. I think he could finish like top 15. I'm not sure about top 10. Maybe even top 12. Like, that top 10 is pretty tough to crack. There's a lot of good guys in there. I think in order for him to finish in the top 10, the Steelers would have to play the way they did last year, like just spamming him like underneath. And I don't know if they're going to do that. I think they're going to run the ball a little bit more. What is with their can't and this drops a spot every day saying? 7:55 left in the second quarter. The Texans have the ball back. Qui-Gon says, not going to lie, I'm a Patriots fan because the team brought me into football was the Pats. First game I saw was the Patriots versus Seahawks and how Malcolm Butler intercepted at the goal line. Although I like the Bucs. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool first game to watch. Not going to lie. Tanner says, so we might have a chance. Yeah, you might have a chance. By the way, first pass by Davis Mills, the rookie quarterback, who thus far in the preseason is 21 for 38, 227, and 1 pick, just through an incompletion. All right. 2nd and 10 for Mills. He's under center now. Handoff. Mark Ingram. Ingram gets a first down. A gain of 12 to the 50-yard line. Let's get to 50 likes, guys. If you haven't already, Gronk, spike that like button. Make sure you, Gronk, spike that like button. All right. Seven minutes remaining in the first half. Davis Mills in the game. Handoff to Mark Ingram. Gain of 4. Any potential with AJ Green? I doubt it, but he's not a bad like last pick. I'll say that. He's not a bad last pick if he develops into their true number 2 receiver. But I do kind of feel like outside of Hopkins, everyone else is kind of just going to it's going to be pretty even, I think, in terms of like distribution. Rondell Moore would probably be, honestly, if I was taking a shot at a Cardinals number 2 receiver, it would be the rookie. That's my opinion. 2nd and 4. Mills, play action. Throwing down the middle. It is dropped by Collins. He had that. He was on a crosser. He was open in the hands and just drops it, bro. Just drops it. It was a little bit far in front of him, but I thought he should have caught that. Is there a chance Woods or Kupp finishes top 12? I think there's a chance that they both could. Honestly, like, and I don't mean that in terms of like, I could see them both finishing like 12 and 10, or like one of them at least. I think at least one of them will finish in the top 12. I don't know who necessarily. I think it will be Kupp, but I don't know. Mills throws, and it is incomplete. Intended for Erickson. He was under duress. He scrambled to his left. He was looking to throw it over the top to Erickson, but it hit the back of the cornerback who was defending him. But yeah, I'll say I think it will be Kupp, because I think the Rams are going to be a much more higher volume passing attack this year. And I do think you look at Kupp like 2 years ago, I think 2018, and he was the 4th best fantasy receiver in PPR. They both catch around 90 passes. So when you have a 90 pass floor, that makes you very close to the top 12 in PPR. Like, they're a great combination of like very safe, but they have more upside than they've ever had because they have Stafford now. So I think they're both kind of undervalued this year. Great punt by the Texans. The Bucs will take over at the 2-yard line, and judging based off what we just saw from Blaine Gabbert, they might get a safety here. So we'll watch this real close. How many touchdowns will rookie receiver Devontae Smith get in Philly? I'll say 6. 6 touchdowns, 957 yards, and 74 catches. How about that? I like Lockett too, though. Like, those are guys that I like. I like Lockett. I like Kupp. I like Woods. I like the offenses that are really funneled like that. Like, Lockett is playing in the slot a lot. I was surprised how many catches Lockett had last year. When you look it up, he had a lot of catches, like more than I thought. And I do think the Seahawks' consistency will improve as well with the new offensive coordinator. So I think Lockett is a solid pick. But I think Lockett's going like a round after Kupp, or am I wrong about that? I guess it depends on where you draft. I know Lockett, I think, is going in the 5th. Tanner says Matt Patricia's back with the Pats. Woohoo! Tanner's a big Matt Patricia guy. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Tanner out of everybody. Who would have thought? Matt Patricia. I like Matt Patricia. I think he's a nice guy. I know a lot of people don't like him, but he seems like a good guy, and I like him in this new role that he's in. He's in like the analytical, like kind of like Belichick's right-hand man role. Like, he's not actually a coach this year. He's more of like a, just he's using his rocket scientist brain for something efficient. I like it. So Richard says, who has a better chance at the playoffs, Panthers or the Jets? I would say definitely the Panthers. Definitely the Panthers. Panthers got a lot of upside in their roster. And their offense, like, their skill positions is one of the best in the NFL. Like, bar none. They've got 2 receivers who are top 30. They've got 1 rookie receiver who looks really good. They have Dan Arnold, David Moore, who are decent. And then they've got CMC, who might be the best running back in the league. Like, their O-line's not great, but those receivers are good. And then first carry for Keyshawn Vaughn goes backwards, loss of 1. This starting Texans defense is dominating the backup Bucs offense. I will say that. 13-0 Buccaneers. And then the defense for the Panthers too. Don't sleep on the Panthers defense. They've got a lot of young talent. Hassan Reddick and Brian Burns and Derek Brown. And Shaq Thompson. I mean, that's pretty good. Handoff up the middle. And that is a gain of 3 for the Bucs for Keyshawn Vaughn, who is their 4th string running back. Is an awesome coach. Turbo says Raiders #1. I think Javonte Williams will be solid. I think Javonte Williams has a lot of upside. Besides Najee Harris, which other rookie running back will shine? Bro, that's tough. I think it will be Trey Sermon. If I had to guess on one, I think it will be Trey Sermon. 3rd and 8. I like Javonte too. Gabbert, low snap, and it's a safety just as I predicted. Yep, I predicted a safety. Only for you Buccaneers fans out there, this offensive line and this quarterback never have to play in a game. Like, because if they do, you guys are effed. Like, you guys are. I don't care how good the rest of the team is. These 2 groups are dreadful. I'm just gonna say that. That wasn't even Gabbert's fault. He just had to land on the ball. It was such a bad snap. So 13-2. Izzy says, let's go Tom Brady. What's going on, Izzy? Tampa Kingdom says, how epic would a Chargers versus Rams Super Bowl be, especially when the game would be in LA? It would be pretty epic, except Tampa Kingdom. Don't you want a Buccaneers Super Bowl? District 13 says, can Watson beat 13 of his 22 accusers? No comment. Caesar says, oh, shot. I forgot it was on my station. What are you talking about, bro? Izzy says, let's go Buccaneers. Yeah, is Justin Herbert playing? I didn't think he would play. Is he playing? Punt is up after the safety. Erickson on the return. Erickson finding room. Erickson to the 32-yard line. You wish says Trask will take over for Gabbert. So far from what I've seen from Trask, he hasn't looked good either. You would think, though. You would hope, right? But I don't know. I honestly don't know. All right. 4:46 left in the second quarter. 13-2 Bucs. Handoff. Mark Ingram. Ingram bounces it outside. Ingram! Gain of 6. Ingram! Good stiff arms from Mark Ingram. So 2nd and 3. I should move the football over. There we go. Is Deshaun staying or no? Asked Sebastian. I would say no, but I don't think he's playing this year regardless. 2nd and 3, handoff by Mills. That is, again, Mark Ingram for the first down. So Ingram's clearly their third running back. Clearly. Backups in the game for the Bucs and for the Texans. Izzy asked, can the Bucs win? I think so. I was hoping for a little bit more starter action, but we got what we got. Mills throws! It's intercepted by the Buccaneers! And he takes it out of bounds. That's Miller. I believe his first name's Herb. I could be wrong. Buccaneers fans, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Herb Miller. Picked off. Nice fight for the ball by Miller, who took it away from the Texans' new number 15, no longer Will Fuller. A bad throw, very bad throw. I don't know if Davis Mills is that guy. I don't think he's that guy, pal. I really don't. 3:24 left in the second quarter. Richard says, do you think Miami should get Watson if they can get him for 3 first-round picks in 2 seconds? I do not think so right now because I think there's far too much risk to send away that amount of picks for a guy that I don't know what's going to happen to him. So, personally, I would not. Izzy says, first down, let's go. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure that you do subscribe to The Bottom Line View for more NFL live streams just like this. This is the first time seeing it. Another terrible snap by the Bucs, by the way. And then a handoff that goes nowhere. This second team offense for the Bucs looks absolutely, utterly horrendous. Especially the center. Hainsey. I don't think he's used to playing center. I'm pretty sure he was drafted as a tackle. So I'm not really sure why he's playing center, to be honest with you. And that's probably somewhere where the Bucs need to look in free agency and grab a backup center. I know they had AQ Shipley, and he retired, I think. So Gabbert, looking, throws, and it's tipped down and incomplete. I'm pretty sure, though, they would just put Marpet back they would put him at center. Like, if Jensen were to get hurt, they'd put Marpet at center and then bring in Stinney to be the backup guard in there if anything happened. I think Stinney's just the primary backup, and then they move whoever to center. But I think they need to add depth to the O-line in the interior. If I did anything with this team, that's probably what I would do. I'd add interior offensive line depth. Third and 10 for Gabbert. Gabbert throwing, looking, incomplete to Scotty Miller. 3 Texans in the area. I don't know, again, what Gabbert is doing. Justin Reed is still out there. So this is the Texans' first defense. Scotty Miller looks a little beat up after that throw because it was a suicide pass. Gabbert's not helping out his receivers here. Good blocking, though. Good protection. Good defense. I will say this, Texans' first team defense is dominating the second team offense of the Bucs. So that's good news. 2:40 left in the second quarter. And the Bucs get... Wow. What a play. They down the ball at the 4-yard line. This guy jumped into the end zone. What a play. I don't think his foot was on the line. I think he got it. What's up, Ethan? Hey, guys, what's going on? We got 177 people in here. We only got 61 likes. We don't have that many people in the comments. Like, what's going on, bro? What's going on? Get in that comment section. Let me know how you feel. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you think the Bucs will do this year. How you think the Texans will do this year. What's going on with Deshaun Watson? How many games will the Buccaneers lose? 0, 1, 2, 3, 18? Let me know. Singh says, Mitch, thoughts on the top 100, top 10 players? I've already answered this a couple times, but I thought Aaron Donald should have been first. I don't agree with Mahomes. I think Mahomes should have been second. I think Rodgers was cool at third. I thought Brady would have been higher. I would have put Tyreek Hill and Jalen Ramsey in the top 10. 2:30 left in the second quarter. We're nearly at the end of the first half. David says, what is the score? It says on the bottom of the screen, bro, 13-2. See? Right there. They're reviewing whether this punt was downed or not, or if he stepped on the line. You can't be 13-2. 13-2 is impossible. Christian says Brady should have been fifth at least. Izzy says, get the touchdown. Sean says, trade rumors about Watson not going to Carolina. Carolina wouldn't make much sense at this moment because they just traded for Sam Darnold. So honestly, unless Darnold is in that trade, it wouldn't make sense to me. Who has the ball? We don't know yet. The Texans will have the ball, but they're reviewing the play. So 2:30 left in the second quarter, under review right now. Sebastian says, friend, greetings from Colombia. I just want to comment that the quarterback number 11 from Tampa Bay is very bad. He has not been able to make a good pass. Yeah, I agree. Blaine Gabbert is not good. There's a reason he is a bust. And he doesn't look any better than he used to be. How much did the Brady jersey cost? About $100 somewhere. $100. I had to get it. I'm a huge Brady fan. I don't know if you can tell if I'm a huge Brady fan or not, but yeah. Panzer says Brady should have been first. Angel says Watson to the Dolphins. I don't know how I'd feel about that. All right, 2:31. Texans finally get the ball here. We're still waiting this out from the review. Sean says Jacksonville should have never drafted Gabbert. Yeah, probably not. I don't know who else was on the board at the time, but I'm sure there was a good player there. They drafted Gabbert, and then like 2 years later, they drafted Blake Bortles. Like, are you kidding me? How can you... Has there ever been two worse quarterback selections in the history of humankind than those two picks? 1st and 10, run up the middle, Phillip Lindsay, gain of 2. Deshaun says, Giants versus Patriots tomorrow, 6 p.m. What's the score of the Ravens? Let me look. So, Ravens won 37-3. Just in case you want to know. Titans are beating the Bears 24-21. And Broncos are beating the Rams 3-0. First down pass is batted down, and that is incomplete. Oh, that was 3rd down. Sorry, guys. I missed the whole damn series. I was looking at the scores. Davis Mills batted down by number 95, Ledbetter, on 2nd and 8. Now it's 3rd and 8. 2:23 left in the first half. Here we go. Big play. At the 7-yard line, their own 7-yard line, Davis Mills, motion for the Texans. 3 receivers set. Screen. Burkhead goes nowhere. Rex Burkhead trying to make this team after an Achilles injury. Man, I hope this guy finds a job. I love Rex Burkhead. .218 left in the half. Buccaneers will get the ball back. It's 13-2. Lassie says Davis Mills is not looking good at all. Is he getting pressured a lot? Not really. I mean, a couple times he has, I will say. But no, not really. I mean, Mills doesn't look great. His accuracy, his arm, nothing really flashes to me. I'm not super impressed with what I've seen. But then again, when you compare him to Blaine Gabbert, he looks like Tom Brady. So, Carl says, I love Burkhead too. It's hard not to like Burkhead. All right. So the Bucs will get the ball back here, and Gabbert will get a chance to do something. Robert says, just started watching. How has Brady looked? Who has stood out? The Buccaneers' first offense looked really good. Brady looked awesome. Antonio Brown looked really good. Chris Godwin scored a touchdown. Ronald Jones scored a touchdown. For the Texans, I thought Tyrod looked okay. I thought David Johnson looked pretty good. The O-line looked pretty good. Nobody really stood out defensively for the Bucs, to be honest with you. Secondary was solid. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Rojo looked good. 1st and 10. Gabbert here. Throws, and it's complete to the 49-yard line. That is Gio Bernard. So, 2-minute warning. Buccaneers have the rock. Who won the Bills game? The Bills. I think they shut them out. I think it was like 19-0. Something like that. Christian says Brady has to work on those overthrows. He didn't have any overthrows today. Overthrows. This man's critical of the GOAT. Critical of the GOAT, Christian. All right, 2-minute warning right now, guys. I think I'm going to stay until halftime. I might dip out after that. I was hoping to see a little bit more starter action here, but it's all good. It's preseason. I guess the Bucs were satisfied with their 2 drives that they had. Steelers Bills is a trap game, but I don't see the game going to 30 points. How is a first game in the season a trap game? Someone please explain how the first week in an NFL schedule is a trap. Yeah, Brady was 11 for 14, 154 and a touchdown. Rojo 4 for 27, 6.8 yards per carry and a touchdown. Godwin 3 for 84 and a touchdown. AB 4 for 42 and Evans 2 for 20. Howard had 1 catch for 5. Bernard has 1 for 3. Fournette has 1 for 3. Tryon has a sack. Again. Texans. Tyrod Taylor 6 for 9, 31 yards, sacked once. Rushed for 6 yards. Mills 1 for 6, 1 yard and a pick. Ugh. Cooks 0 for 1. Why does it say Brandon Cooks threw a pass? I don't remember seeing that. Mark Ingram, 11 catches, 44 yards, 4 yards per carry, 1 target, 1 reception, 3 yards. David Johnson, 4 rushes, 30 yards, 7 yards a carry. Phillip Lindsay, 6 for 17. Receiving, Akins 1 for 9, Erickson 1 for 8, Collins 1 for 5, Ingram 1 for 3, Cooks 1 for 3, Kuti 1 for 3, and Burkhead 1 for 1. Also, Amenahue had a sack, and Terrence Brooks has a pick. So those are your stat updates. Yeah, man, that Steeler Nation, that's exactly what I'm doing, bro. 2nd and 8. Gabbert steps up in the pocket. He is sacked. That is Jacob Martin, who's also a pretty solid player, trying to find a role on this team as a pass rusher. Gets a sack on the backup Buccaneer QB. Where is he going to start, though? Like, is he going to start over Shaq or JPP? Which guy? Steeler Nation says Mitch just did the stream to watch Brady play a bit, and then when it's time to put the backup in, Mitch wants to end it. Will the Rams win? I have no idea. Maybe. Probably not. Sean says Cleveland play Atlanta Falcons tomorrow. That's a win. Tell that to Ultra. Fresh blood over JPP. I mean, I think Joe would have to be pretty impressive to start over either of those guys. But who knows? Maybe he will be, and then you can make JPP like a situational pass rusher. I don't know. 137. I kind of expect it will be the opposite. I think Tryon will be a situational pass rusher, a situational player in general. 3rd and 13 for the Bucs. There's a penalty coming up. Coach says Browns to the bowl. Steeler Nation says the new Spider-Man movie looks amazing. Doctor Strange is in it too, Mitch. Yes, it looks pretty darn good. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. False start. Offense. 3rd down. Jaden Mickens with the penalty. Arians is not happy about that. Action 1, Jackson 2 says how much time left in the quarter? 1:37 left in the second quarter. 4 receivers out there for Gabbert. Gabbert throws, and it is incomplete. Intended for Bernard, who is banged up a little bit. Maybe pulled a hammy. That was one of the worst throws I've ever seen in my life. Flag on the play. I don't know what happened to Bernard there. He like turned weird or something. Twisted. 1:32 left in the second. Did I know Washington lost? I saw that. Lassie says if Texans kicked that field goal, it would be 13-5, one-score game. That was a dumb call on 4th down. It's preseason. I actually like that they went for it. It's preseason. Erickson, fair catch at the 14-yard line. So they'll get the ball back, hopefully to end the half, if they can get some magic going with Davis Mills, who has 1 yard and 1 interception. Christian Angel says, hopefully nobody gets injured during the regular season, just anybody other than the starters are. Yikes. Well, hopefully nobody gets injured on any team. Poisoned says, how did Baltimore beat Washington? Because Baltimore is like the best preseason team in the NFL. 1:24 left. Screen pass. And that will go for 5. Texans rock. Now my stream is loading here. 2nd and 5. Mills, dropping back, pumping, running, 1st down Mills, to the 30, to the 35, and he slides down. 2 minute for Mills. Can he get some points on the board? We got to go Houston in the chat. How are the Titans winning? I don't know. How are they winning? I'm not watching the game. 58 seconds left in the first half. First and 10. Mills throws, and it is intercepted again. Wow. 2 interceptions for the Buccaneers backups on Mills. The ball got tipped again, I think. That was an awful throw. That was worse than a CFL throw. Look at this. Oh my goodness. What are you doing, bro? Who got the sack on Brady? Nobody sacked Brady, I don't think. Nobody sacked Brady. Somebody sacked Gabbert, and it was a Menahue. Steeler Nation says, if Woodley knocks out Jake Paul tomorrow night, could you imagine the memes? That would be pretty funny. Thoughts on how the Saints will play? I think the Saints will be like an 8, like somewhere from between like 7 to 9 wins. Gabbert throws complete. That is to Tyler Johnson for a gain of 4. He's got 40 seconds to put some points up. Thoughts on the Minshew trade? Thought it was a good one for the Eagles. Throw! Cameron Brate, first down to the 25-yard line of the Texans. 20 seconds left. Gabbert spikes it up. 21 seconds left in the half. Buccaneers up 13-2. Blaine the Magic Man Gabbert already has 1 interception on the day. Will he make it 2? We will see. I will say, still a lot of the starters for the Texans defense in the game. Right there, Brate beat Justin Reed over the middle for the first down. "21 seconds left in the half. Empty set for Gabbert. Gabbert throws over the middle to Brate. That's a gain of 5. 15 seconds, 14 seconds, 13 seconds, 12 seconds, 11, 10, 9, 8. Gabbert, snap the ball. He does it 5 seconds. He goes to the outside, incomplete. And 2 seconds remaining in the half. Will they kick a field goal here? Yes, they will. They're going to try to go for the field goal. Halftime. All right. Half it is. Coach says Fields team. $18-2 Buccaneers. Sorry, 16-2. For some reason, this says 18-0. Look at this. What type of sense does that make? All right, guys. I appreciate you guys joining me for half of this game. We saw some Tom Brady. We saw some Tyrod Taylor. We saw some Bucs. We saw the starters play, and I think it will probably be a majority of second, third teamers. So I'm going to dip. I'm going to go get some food. Hopefully you guys had fun for the first half of this game. I know I did. If you enjoyed, make sure you do Gronk spike that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for future live streams for the regular season. I might be back tomorrow, maybe. We'll see for one of the games. But thanks, guys, for tuning in. And make sure you do check out the rest of the content on the channel. Cover the entire NFL. It's Mitch. Thanks for watching. Peace.